Chapter 81, The Korean Lord's Accusation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. And the Korean Lord players in the World Chat channel were also swiping the screen frantically. They strongly condemned Tianpeng for killing the world bosses belonging to their country twice in a row. Ashiba, Tianpeng is so abominable. He actually killed the world bosses belonging to our country. He is a bandit and shameless. Tianpeng, come out and explain why you came to our country. The world bosses that refresh in our country are private property of our country and can only be killed by our Korean Lord players. Tianpeng is shameless, get out of the country. As soon as these messages appeared, the Lord players of other countries were dumbfounded. What's going on? Did Tianpeng really go to the country? And killed the world boss that refreshed in the country? Now the glass-hearted Korean Lord players came to the World Channel to start accusing, this is fucking, and the representatives of various countries were also stunned, but more of them were afraid. They are still struggling to develop in their own region, while Tianpeng actually went to the Korean country and started cross-border business. It's really a shame to compare people with people, and it's a shame to compare goods with goods. And these Korean Lord players, who swiped the screen in the World Channel, also pushed Tianpeng's cross-border snatching of the world boss to the hot spot. Some Lord players led by the Eagle Sauce country also began to follow suit and strongly condemned Tianpeng's robbery, and some Lord players led by the Xia Kingdom began to frantically defend Tianpeng in the World Chat channel. All Lord players who followed this hot spot in the World Chat channel were divided into three factions. Two factions were fighting a war of words, and another faction was watching the excitement silently. The Lord players led by the Eagle Sauce country accused Tianpeng of robbery and lack of martial ethics. It's okay for you to snatch the world boss in the Xia Kingdom area, but why do you want to get involved in the world boss of other countries? This behavior belongs to hegemonism. Among the Lord players led by the Xia Kingdom, the three brothers Lu, Guan, and Zhang are the most happy to quarrel. It is said that the world boss is a public resource, and those with virtue can occupy it. Tianpeng is a person with great virtue. If you have great virtue, you can also go to other countries to fight world bosses. What's more, this time it was the Korean Lord player who strongly requested Tianpeng to go. As a person with great virtue, Tianpeng must of course meet the requirements of the Korean country. For a while, the two sides quarreled fiercely, and the group watching the fun would occasionally add fuel to the fire. The entire World Chat channel was instantly in chaos, and in the Xia country area, near the elf forest, Meng Han was leading his army to march quickly towards the depths of the elf forest, where a world boss happened to refresh. Suddenly seeing the battle in the World Chat channel, I couldn't help but worry. Tianpeng actually went to the Korean country, but I don't know if my husband went with him. Seeing that the Korean lords in the World Chat channel collectively broke their defense, that they said they would join forces to capture Tianpeng and destroy him in the Korean country. Seeing this, Meng Han quickly pulled out the friend panel and sent a message to Zhu Zhao, asking about his current situation. Zhu Zhao, who was in the Korean territory, was riding Louise on the way to the third world boss of the Korean country. Suddenly, the friend list flashed. Zhu Zhao Tianpeng's panel did not add any friends at all, only Beiji's panel had one friend. Of course it was Meng Han. What did Meng Han want to do at this time? So he clicked on the message sent by Meng Han. Husband, where are you now? Didn't you go to the Korean country with Tianpeng? If you are with Tianpeng, you must be careful. The Korean Lord players in the World Chat channel said that they would join forces to eliminate Tianpeng. Seeing this message, Zhu Zhao first comforted Meng Han, and then opened the World Chat channel. Tianpeng, you are shameless. You dare to snatch the world boss that belongs to our country. We already know the coordinates of Tianpeng. The Lord players near the coordinates contact me and we will go to meet Tianpeng together. We must destroy Tianpeng within our country and defend the dignity of our country. I am a Japanese player. Although I look down on your country, I support you this time to destroy Tianpeng. Zhu Zhao was speechless when he saw these messages. Isn't it just killing a few of your world bosses? Is it necessary to shout and kill like this? Is the mentality of your country so fragile? I came here because of your warm invitation. Shouldn't you thank me for helping you share some of the risks of the boss and reduce the losses of your troops? And those Japanese lord players who are making trouble are not convenient to go now, so you are waiting. In this case, why not add fuel to the fire, by a few world loudspeakers? Dear lord players from the Korean country, I came here because of your warm invitation. I can't come here for nothing. I will help you share all the world bosses. After hearing Tianpeng's world call, all chat channels were silent, and the lord players of various countries were stunned. Tianpeng is going to make trouble. Then there were countless world loudspeakers calling out. Tianpeng is right. He is helping the Korean country. The Korean lord players should thank Tianpeng. Tianpeng will be the king for generations. He will unify the Korean world boss. I suddenly feel a little worried for the Korean country. I am worried that their world bosses are not enough for Tianpeng to kill. What should we do? The Korean lord players were furious. Ashiba, Tianpeng, who asked you to come? What's the point of snatching the world boss of our Korean country? Ashiba, I don't believe Tianpeng has the ability to challenge our entire Korean country. Too arrogant, Park Buchung Appa, you must teach Tianpeng a profound lesson and let him know that my great Korean country is not something he can provoke. Park Buchung. Don't bring me with you when you brag. Since Xu Zhao sent that message, the world loudspeaker has been shouting like it's free, and it has never stopped. There are actually some Xia lord players who support the Korean country. Seeing those lords of Xiagua who supported the Korean country, Xu Zhao was furious. Damn it, after the war, these people are likely to become traitors to Xia. Take a note of them first. I will slowly deal with you later. Since the big talk has been made, do it as much as possible. If you want to quickly find and kill the world boss in the Korean country, you can only use the old method. The troops are divided into 4 groups, but for the convenience of marching, Zhu Zhao still leads 1,000 units of Cyclops himself. Next, we will divide our troops into 4 groups. The coordinates of the boss in the Korean country have been shared with you. If you encounter resistance, kill them directly. If there is danger, contact us at any time. After killing the boss, don't get entangled, and continue to the next destination. Zhu Zhao gave each of the 3 heroes a territory transmission token. If you encounter danger and there is no time to support, return to the territory directly. Several people parted ways. In the Korean country, a battle for the world boss is about to begin. Chapter 82. The Undead Bone Dragon is also a dragon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lords of All is originally a war-themed game. Diamond Suit, Diamond Suit, Diamond Suit, Diamond Suit, especially in the early stage, it was originally a competition between countries. Now Zhu Zhao only killed a few world bosses in Bangzi Kingdom, and the lord players of Bangzi Kingdom collectively broke through the defense. If they wait until the next world hegemony event, wouldn't they hang themselves? After the battlefield for hegemony among all nations is opened, that will be the real eradication. The more powerful a country is, the more benefits it will get. It is really just lying on the defeated country to suck the blood. There is actually no difference from reality. At the same time, in the Bangzi country regional chat channel, the atmosphere here has reached its peak. Axiba, Xiaoshenpeng is so arrogant, I can't stand it, I absolutely can't stand it. Yes, we absolutely cannot tolerate it. If we tolerate it this time, next time there will be more lords from other countries who will wantonly trample on the majesty of our country. We should join forces to kill Tianpeng in our Bangzi country, and let the lords of other countries see that the majesty of our Bangzi country cannot be trampled on. I agree with the statement above. Since we want to unite, we must choose a joint commander-in-chief. Only in this way can we better utilize the strength of the joint forces. Commander-in-chief? Then I recommend Pu Buchung Appa. He is the strongest lord of our country and the representative of our military. He is the most suitable. I agree with Appa Park. Pu Buchung looked happy as he watched everyone in the Bangzi Kingdom recommending him as the commander-in-chief in the chat channel. The plan is done, Tianpeng, I will definitely destroy you. The atmosphere in the chat channel was fueled by his own orders to his subordinates. The proposal to elect the commander-in-chief was made by his subordinates. He also asked his subordinates to recommend him as commander-in-chief. It can not only improve one's prestige in Bangzi country, but also obtain some benefits for oneself. Pu Bucheng saw that the time was almost up and started to speak in the chat channel. Thank you all the lords of Bangzi country for your love. In that case, I will temporarily serve as the commander-in-chief of our Bangzi country alliance. I hope everyone will support me. As soon as Park Bucheng finished speaking in the chat channel, the message was pinned to the top. A flood of replies followed. Appa Park Bucheng is the most handsome in our country, of course we must support him. Park Appa, just tell us what we should do next. We will all obey your command. Yes, we all obey your command and we must make the hateful canopy pay the price, Smekta. Pu Bucheng pondered for a moment. Since Tianpeng has spoken to the world, he will definitely continue to rob the world boss of our Bangzi country. In this case, we must hurry up before Tianpeng and arrive near the still-living world boss to protect him. When Tianpeng arrives, let him know our Bangzi country is awesome. Then another message was sent. All the lord players of Bangzi Kingdom, please rush to the nearest world boss location to gather together. If you can't defeat it, report the coordinates. The nearby lord players must provide support as soon as possible. Soon, Pu Bucheng's proposal received support from all the Bangzi Kingdom lord players. All the lords and players in Bangzi Kingdom responded. They all spontaneously gathered all the troops in the territory and converged towards the world boss closest to them. This time, the coalition forces of Bangzi country are not aiming to kill the world boss, just to make Tianpeng pay a heavy price for trampling on their dignity. At the same time, it also allows the lords and players from other countries to see how united their big stick nation is and cannot be insulted. Zhu Zhao didn't care about the actions of the players who were the lords of Bangzi Kingdom. If it were some big countries, Zhu Zhao might be a little more cautious. Based on the population of your country, you still want to protect the world boss in front of yourself. Are you kidding? I think too highly of your country. At this time, Zhu Zhao was riding a black dragon and had arrived near the third world boss. From a distance, I could see the world boss wandering in the valley. Outside the valley, there are many Bangzi Kingdom lord players gathered, and the number is still increasing. Zhu Zhao smiled contemptuously. Just these people want to stop me from killing the world boss. Are you kidding me? That I found a piece of cloth and covered my face. Games and reality haven't merged yet, so it's better to be careful. As for why not switch Beiji's panel? You guess. Release the troops from the space tower. The Black Dragon and the Angel are going to kill the world boss and make a quick decision. The Undead Bone Dragon and the Cyclops are going to attack the players who are the lords of the Bangzi Kingdom gathered together. With an order, the Black Dragon and the Angel went straight towards the boss to kill him. When the lord player of Bangzi Kingdom outside the valley saw this situation, he was immediately furious. Canopy, you look down on people too much, right? With so many of our lords gathered together, you still want to snatch our world boss? Is this a direct disregard for our existence? In an instant, Zhu Zhao's behavior angered the gathered lords of Bangzi country. Attack and kill Canopy. Kill, but before their attack could arrive, the tall Cyclops and the boulder formed by condensing earth elements came crashing down. 1000 huge stones fell among the densely packed troops. Every time a boulder fell, a large number of soldiers died. These lords of the Bangzi Kingdom are so cool, they are probably all gathered together by a group of ordinary players. Most of the troops led by lords are low-level troops, with only a small number of mid-level troops, and the level is not high either. You can imagine the scene of 1000 boulders falling at the same time. Moreover, the Undead Bone Dragon also flew over these lord players and began to plow the ground with its dragon breath. Although it is the shame of the Dragon Clan, the Undead Bone Dragon is also a dragon. As a 13th level top-level unit, these low-level and mid-level units cannot compete. At this moment, the Lord of Bangzi country no longer cares about the Black Dragon and Angel who are attacking the world boss. They already have too much to take care of themselves. These lords of the Bangzi Kingdom have no other choice but to scream. When they paved the way with corpses and finally reached the Cyclops, they were horrified to discover that this tall soldier was not only good at hitting people with stones. The Cyclops' single eye emits a laser-like beam of light. This is not the scariest thing. The most terrifying thing is the tall size of the Cyclops. Facing these small-sized troops, they have every advantage. With every step of the foot, countless Soldiers were trampled into meat pies. Every time the giant palm was waved, it made a roaring sound and sent a large number of soldiers flying. Zhu Zhao just watched quietly in the air. He didn't even bother to use the resurrection of the dead. The combat effectiveness of the Bone Dragon and Cyclops cannot be shaken by these low-level and mid-level units. Only when they are exhausted can there be hope. However, we will not wait until that time. Black Dragon and Angel will complete the killing of the world boss. Until then, hehe. Soon the system announcement rang. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianpeng for killing the world boss. Reward. World announcement 3 times in a row. The rewards for killing the world boss have been obtained. Looking at the Lord players of Bangzi Kingdom who are still coming over. Zhu Zhao chuckled. Chapter 83. It was just a slip of the hand. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhu Zhao collected all the troops and said hello to the lords of Bangzi country who were all confused below. Sayonara. Then he rode the black dragon and flew straight to the coordinates of the next world boss. Now that the reward for this world boss has been obtained, why waste time with these little chicks? The most important thing is to kill more world bosses in Bangzi country. Afterwards, he brushed off his clothes and hid his merit and fame. Under the warm farewell from the lord of Bangzi country below, Zhu Zhao left. Pu Bucheng, who got the news, was furious. Are you all pigs? There are tens of millions of soldiers, but you can't hold down a canopy. And you let him kill the world boss. And the player who was robbed as the lord of Bangzi country was also crying without tears. Try to defend yourself. Pu Bucheng, Appa, Tianpeng brings top-level troops, and most of them are flying troops. Yes, Park Appa, the level of our troops is too low. Moreover, Canopy actually has the ability to retract and release troops. After killing the world boss, he retracts his troops and rides on the black dragon and runs away. We can't catch up. Pu Bucheng's face turned red, partly because he was angry, and partly because he was a little scared, but we can't just watch Tianpeng snatch his country's world boss. Listen to the rest of the troops gathered together. As soon as the canopy appears, they will throw the forbidden curse scroll at me, and use all the attack props for me. Even if they are smashed, they must be smashed from the air by me. The lord players of Bangzi country who have gathered near the spawn point of the still-living world boss have bitter expressions on their faces, throwing scrolls of forbidden spells and attack props. What you said was so easy. It's not like you don't know how valuable these things are. Why don't you give me reimbursement? Do you think everyone is like you and has the support of the consortium? But then I thought about it. This was the only way. If you don't throw the forbidden curse scroll and attack props, how can you leave the canopy behind? The strength gap is too big, for the dignity of Bangzi country. He gritted his teeth and agreed. At the same time, Park Bucheng, as the commander-in-chief of the Bangzi Kingdom Alliance, collected forbidden curse scrolls and other attack props from the Bangzi Kingdom Lord players. The reason is of course to deal with the canopy. As for how much he collected and how much he used, only he himself knows. After all your hard work as a conductor, there must be some benefits. This is reasonable, right? On the other side, Louise also found the fourth world boss with her troops. No nonsense, just attack directly. The lords of the Bangzi Kingdom who were guarding the world boss were furious. They all took out forbidden curse scrolls and other attack props and threw them towards Louise. Louise also has a bad temper. As a hero of the Black Dragon clan, how could he withstand such a provocation? Of course not. The troops are also divided into 2 groups. Half of them are attacking the world boss, and the other half are attacking the lords of the Bangzi Kingdom. The lord has already explained before that if anyone dares to resist, he will be killed without mercy. Of course Louise must listen to the lord. On the ground, the lords of Bangzi Kingdom were frightened and panicked when they saw so many high-level soldiers attacking them. Torn scrolls of forbidden spells and other attack props were thrown around, because there are too many lords of the Bangzi Kingdom gathered here, and they bring more troops. The lord of Bangzi country, who was in the middle of the army, was a little nervous and his hand slipped. Alas, a magical scene happened. The lord of Bangzi Kingdom directly threw the forbidden curse scroll into his own camp, because the forbidden curse scrolls all attack indiscriminately. The result can be imagined: water, fire, wind, poison, etc. Many attacks fall on their own camp. In an instant, corpses littered the field. What a tragedy. At the same time, the Lord players of Bangzi country who were present kept receiving battle report messages. Congratulations to the player, your troops were attacked by the forbidden spell of the Lord, 3-star explosion, and set a prairie fire. Congratulations to the player, your troops were attacked by the Lord, Pu Bu Sui's forbidden spell of freezing for thousands of miles. There are hundreds of battle reports. In just a few minutes, the army gathered here was reduced by 1/3. Louise, who was flying in the air, was speechless. The alien lord is really a magical creature. Fortunately, our lord is not like this. That I couldn't bear to continue killing them, however, everything is subject to the Lord's instructions. Anyone who resists will be killed without mercy. At this time, the advantages of the flying arms were revealed. The Black Dragon's breath and the Angel's judgment made the already chaotic troops even more chaotic. System announcement. Congratulations to the Lord player Tianpeng for killing the world, 3 times in a row. The system announcement sounded. This world boss was also killed. Looking at the Black Dragon and Angel who were still torturing the food, Louise lost the desire to fight. The Lord said that after killing them, he would retreat and go to the next target location. So after the world boss was killed, Louise calmly led her troops towards the next target. There were only corpses on the ground and the Lord of Bangzi country who was still fighting with each other. At the same time, after hearing the announcement that another world boss had been killed, Park Buching was really angry. How did you get killed by Tianpeng again? Didn't I tell you to throw the forbidden spell scroll when you see Tianpeng? You don't even know how to do that. The parties involved began to blame each other. Park Appa, there is a traitor among us. They threw the forbidden spell scroll directly on the friendly army's head. Ashiba, it was just a slip of the hand. It was not intentional. After understanding the whole incident, Park Buching was almost angry and went offline. Ashiba, throwing the forbidden spell scroll on your own head? Are you mentally retarded? You can do such a stupid operation. Park Buching cursed and the Korean chat channel was in chaos. They began to blame each other. They are all 3-star explosion lords. He has thrown the most scrolls, and they all fell on his own people. That's right, this person is a traitor. I seriously suspect that he is a spy sent by Xia country. Ashiba, I said that I slipped my hand. You guys threw a scroll, but it's not true, especially Lord Park Buin. He threw more than me. Is he also a traitor? But Zhu Zhao ignored all this and just kept killing the world bosses. The area of the Korean area and the Xia area is simply incomparable. In the Xia area, Zhu Zhao sometimes had to fly for a day to find a boss even with the help of fortress teleportation. In the Korean area, even if he had the help of fortress teleportation, how long would it take to fly around the country? As time went by, the world bosses in the Korean country were killed one after another. Announcements sounded one after another. The faces of the Korean Lord players became darker and darker. The sense of humiliation and powerlessness made them want to quit the game. Pu Buching also changed his strategy and stopped besieging Tianpeng. Instead, he tried his best to kill the world boss before Tianpeng, so that he could retain the last bit of dignity. Chapter 84. Is this even possible? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The achievements of the Korean country were also noticed by the lords of other countries. The world chat channel began to mock. How can Tianpeng, a lord, make the Korean country go around in circles? Is Tianpeng too hard, or is the Korean country too soft? Please pay attention to the large-scale fantasy program, The Magical Korean. Are you here to make fun of me? I suggest that you write a book. Ha ha ha, I still think the Korean country is too soft. Look at their male stars, how many of them are masculine? Hee, those lords who asked Tianpeng to go to your Korean country, come and show up. Isn't Tianpeng going? Although Tianpeng may be a little unkind to do this, why can't I help but want to laugh? Come on, Korean country, there is not much time left for you to kill the boss. Come on, we support you spiritually. In the territory of the Korean country, Park Buching was looking at the mocking messages in the world chat channel at this moment, and he was powerless to fight back. Facts speak louder than words. This time, the Korean country has lost face to the whole world, but this is not the first time, so there is nothing to be surprised about. At least this time, I have gained a lot of benefits by being elected as the commander-in-chief. In this situation, I can only try my best to kill more world bosses before Tianpeng. In fact, from the beginning, the strategy of the Korean country was wrong. They underestimated the strength of Tianpeng and overestimated the strength of the Korean country with mysterious confidence. When Tianpeng provocatively said that he would kill all the world bosses in the territory of the Korean country, they actually thought about besieging and killing Tianpeng. Instead of killing the good world boss, they put all the focus on Tianpeng. They put the last word. They should have killed the world boss first, and then talked about besieging and killing Tianpeng. I regret it now. Thinking about it now, Park Buching feels that he is a pitiful fool. After thinking about it, he is still a little worried. He also distributed some of the forbidden spell scrolls and attack props he had collected to the lords near the world bosses who were still alive. At the same time, he sent another message in the regional channel. I have handed over all the forbidden spell scrolls I have collected to you. I only have one request, to take down the world boss as soon as possible before Tianpeng. Hit it hard for me. And those Korean lords who received the scrolls also withdrew their troops first, and then desperately threw the scrolls and props at the world boss. It seemed that they wanted to vent the humiliation brought to them by Tianpeng on the world boss. As the forbidden spell scrolls were thrown down, the health of the boss also dropped rapidly. When the scrolls were used up, the army rushed forward and continued to kill the boss by numbers, not to mention, in this way, the speed of killing the boss was really much faster. Of course, Zhu Zhao was also taking action, but both traveling and killing the boss took time. There was no way, and the Korean lords really snatched a few world bosses. After all the world bosses of the Korean country have been killed, it is time to withdraw. After meeting up with Louise and the others at the agreed location, all the troops were collected in the space tower. Zhu Zhao directly used the territory return token, a portal leading to his own territory. Appeared. Zhu Zhao and several heroes walked in together and disappeared in the territory of the Korean country. With this trip to the Korean country ended perfectly. However, the psychological shadow caused to the Korean lord will probably exist for a long time. East Continent, Xia Country District, Tianpeng Territory. Some readers reported that the name of the territory was not nice, and the suggestion was Tianpeng. From then on, the territory was renamed Tianpeng. A portal suddenly appeared, the space was distorted, and several figures walked out of it. It was Zhu Zhao and others who had just returned from the Korean country. Sure enough, the territory return token is easy to use. Open a portal and return to the Kunlun Mountains territory from the Korean country in minutes. In the future, I will no longer be afraid of danger in my territory when I go out. Zhu Zhao still has 99 of these. As soon as he stepped out of the portal, he found himself surrounded by his own army's guardian elves, holding a bow and arrow in his hand. The bow was fully drawn and had entered the attack state. Zhu Zhao hurriedly spoke out to stop him. If he was killed by his own army, the book would be over. Kath, don't shoot. Ugh, don't shoot, it's me. When Kate and her exclusive army saw that it was the Lord who came out of the teleportation array, they all let down their guard. Lord, how could you teleport directly back to the territory? I thought it was a teleportation array for invasion from another dimension. Well, you did a good job. You still need to be vigilant. But in the future, you must see clearly who it is before you shoot. Ugh, shoot again. Back to the Lord's mansion, drink a glass of water of life to calm down, and then open the world chat channel to peek at the screen. Sure enough, as expected, most of the lords started the topic around their own snatching of the Korean world boss. Korean country is good, they actually killed a few world bosses. Can it be? Tianpeng killed 15 of the 20 world bosses. Is this considered good? I don't know if it's possible, but I know Tianpeng must have made a fortune this time. That I checked the ranking of world boss kills again. Well, I'm at the top of the list. This time in the Korean country alone, I robbed them of 15 world bosses, plus the ones killed by my heroes in the Xia country area during this period. It was a good harvest. I checked the number and coordinates of the surviving world bosses in the Xia country area to see if there is a chance to kill a few more. Well, I was disappointed. There are still some surviving world bosses, but they are too far away. Some gains outweigh the losses. The world bosses near the territory and fortress should have been killed by Iris and her friends. I won't join in the fun. And the remaining world bosses in the Xia country area will be left to the Xia country lords who are destined. During this time in the Korean country, I didn't have a good rest. I'll take a day off first. Dolores is almost level 30, and I have to reach level 30 before the end of the world boss ranking, and Polyphemus will try to reach level 20, the rewards given by the ruins, the rewards for killing the world boss, plus the rewards given after the end of the ranking. Enough to support Zhu Zhao's small-scale explosion of troops. Prepare for the next First World Hegemony event. The World Boss event is just an appetizer before the World Hegemony. For the next period of time, Dolores and Polyphemus will focus on leveling up. Zhu Zhao will continue to dig deep into the entire Kunlun Mountains with his troops, mainly for the dragon skeleton and some special corpses. During this period, a lot of obsidian, dragon bloodstone and fire demon heart were also harvested. During this period, all the world bosses in the Xia Kingdom area were killed, and other heroes also returned to the territory to join the action of digging deep into the Kunlun Mountains. Time passed, and soon it was the eve of the settlement of the World Boss ranking rewards. Chapter 85 World Boss Event ends. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time flies by. Today is the day for the World Boss ranking rewards to be settled. Open the World Boss Kill ranking. World Boss Kill ranking. First place, Tianpeng, Xia Country, kills, 55. Second place, Lei Zhenzi, Xia Country, kills, 26. Third place, Arthur, Yingjiang Country, kills, 25. Fourth place, Meichuan Naiku, Hua Country, kills, 22. Fifth place, Ali Jejia, Asen Country, kills, 17. Sixth place, Pu Bucheng, Bangzi Country, kills, 16. In the Xia Country area, Lei Zhenzi emerged as a dark horse and killed 18 world bosses in the second round, and Iris and the others only killed 15 in the Xia Country area. It is understandable. After all, Zhu Zhao took away the top combat forces such as Black Dragon and Angel. It is good to be able to take down 15 world bosses in the Xia Country area. I also snatched 15 in Bangzi. In general, the second round killed 5 more than the first round. Well, let's consider it as a contribution to the development of Xiagua Lord, and Park Bucheng is still in the 6th place, which is very surprising. And whether it is the Eagle Sauce Country, Japan, or India, the number of world bosses killed is more than in the previous life. It seems that the shameless method of the first round of the Korean country has set a good example for everyone. During this period, Dolores also reached level 30, and the number of 14th level angels trained reached 1 million. Louise still has a long way to go before reaching level 40, there is no way. Among the Universal Lords, after every 10 levels, the experience required for each level will be multiplied several times. The total experience required from level 30 to 40 is more than that from level 1 to 30. The exclusive soldiers trained by Louise, the 14th level Black Dragon, still only have 1 million. Free recruits are not counted. Polyphemus has also reached level 20, and the training of the 13th level Cyclops can reach 100,000. During this period, the Kunlun Mountains have been almost dug deep. All I found were dragon skeletons, and no other special corpses were found. The number of transformed 13th level Undead Bone Dragons has reached 200,000, because Iris's exclusive unit requires the Heart of the Flame Demon and the Dragon Blood Stone. The total number of trained 10th level exclusive unit Fire Dragon Mage is only 500,000. However, with Iris's bonus, the second damage is catching up with the 13th level unit, and Kate's exclusive unit 10th level Guardian Elf has only trained 500,000, enough to protect the territory. As for the fortress, Zhu Zhao has other uses, and Zhu Zhao also called Alice back, and her exclusive unit 11th level Blood Knight also collected 500,000 for her. Zhu Zhao also wanted to train more, but the soul power collected by Alice during this period can only train so much. 500,000 Blood Knights are already a lot. Only cavalry that charge in large numbers can show their true strength. Lilith's exclusive troop, the 11th level Vampire Duke. Zhu Zhao trained the 11th level Vampire Dukes recruited earlier into 12th level Vampire Princes, adding 20,000 training costs per unit. He also gathered 3 million Vampire Princes for Lilith, Vampire Prince, level, 12th level, Flying Troop, level, 1. Race, Vampire.HP, 12,000. Defense. For 20. DPS, 500. Speed, 15. Food consumption, 12. Skills, Vampire Bat, Blood Tide.as. The top troop in the high level, this damage attribute is still enough to explode. Don't compare with the top level troop, they are not at the same level at all. Troops below the top level, the basic DPS of level 1, is only about 600 at most. As a top level soldier, the basic DPS of level 1 can reach about 1000. This is just the simplest number, but the difference in combat power cannot be reflected by the difference between numbers. Zhu Zhao has also trained 100,000 units of 10th level unicorns, very good treatment and auxiliary soldiers. Zhu Zhao has also trained 1 million level 1 cavemen. Next, the coolies will be very useful. With the space tower, all soldiers can be carried with you in the future, and there is no need to worry about marching. After the explosion of soldiers, excluding coolies, Zhu Zhao's total force reached more than 6.9 million. This also made Zhu Zhao's territory panel empty again, except for the soldier template, which is still very useful. It is not sold during this period. The rewards for killing the world boss, the rewards for defending the ruins, the harvest from the shop, the harvest from collecting resources, etc., were all consumed. This number of soldiers is nothing to those big forces, but the quality is absolutely overwhelming. After 2 rounds of world boss activities rewards, the main combat arms of all the major forces have also been replaced with mid-level arms, and they have begun to pursue high-level arms templates. The arms trained by Zhu Zhao are definitely far from enough. The gap in strength between the major forces and Zhu Zhao is constantly narrowing. Zhu Zhao's biggest disadvantage is that he can't keep up with the speed of resource acquisition. There is no way to compare. The next National War event will be a crucial part of the rapid improvement of the territory. At this time, the countdown to the World Boss event ends. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianpeng for winning the first place in the World Boss killing event. Special rewards. 5 billion basic resources each, 10-hour time acceleration card *500, mythical equipment treasure chest *3, 10th level random soldier template treasure chest *1. System announcement. Congratulations to player Leijianzi for winning the second place in the World Boss killing event. Special rewards. 3 billion basic resources each, 10-hour time acceleration card *300, mythical equipment treasure chest *1, 9th level random soldier template treasure chest *1. System announcement. Congratulations to player Arthur for winning the third place in the World Boss killing event. Special rewards. Basic resources each, 8th level random soldier template treasure chest *1. Zhu Zhao was also happy to see the rewards of the ranking list. Another 20 billion basic resources were received, and there were 3 mythical equipment. As for the time acceleration card and the 10th level soldier template, they will also be converted into basic resources at that time, which is another large amount of basic resources received. At this time, Leijianzi from the Xia Kingdom was ecstatic after receiving the reward. He didn't care about other rewards, they were just icing on the cake. He really didn't expect that the second place in the World Boss ranking list would actually reward a 9th level soldier. This is a high-level soldier. As far as we know, except for Tianpeng, no one else has obtained high-level soldiers, except for the Meng family, who let the Meng family indirectly hook up with the Tianpeng boss. At this time, in Arthur's territory in the Western continent, Arthur looked at the 8th level random soldier template treasure chest rewarded by the ranking list in his backpack, his face full of anger. Fuck, high-level soldiers, just missed it. These selfish consortiums should be sent to the military court. Even if they give up 2 more bosses, the 9th level soldiers will be mine. But his eyes were full of helplessness. Most of the people who entered the parliament in the Eagle Sauce country were from large consortiums. The military was helpless, and the eastern continent, the Japanese area, at this time, Meichuan Naiku was also deeply helpless. He also wanted to kill more world bosses, but there were not many world bosses refreshed in the second round of the Japanese region. The area of the Japanese region limits the number of bosses refreshed. Baga, it seems that we need to discuss with all parties and start the next plan as soon as possible. Otherwise. Chapter 86, The Battle of Nations event begins. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As the rewards of the World Boss event were distributed, when the representatives of the major forces were counting their gains, another world announcement sounded. System announcement. The second event of the Universal Lords, the World Hegemony, has begun. This event will last for 1 month. Please read the details of the world hegemony carefully and click to view. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network Method G.Situation. This is the 10th consecutive world announcement. The importance of this event can be imagined. The players in the Universal Lords originally thought that the event had come to an end. Unexpectedly, the second event started just after it ended, and they were all excited. In the first event, ordinary players did not have the strength to participate, so what about this second event? They clicked on the event content and checked it carefully. The event content is as follows. 1. This world hegemony is the first stage. After the event starts, all Lord players can enter the virtual battlefield, and the marching speed in the virtual battlefield will increase tenfold. The territory, heroes, and arms of the Lord players who choose to participate in the war will be temporarily invincible. The virtual battlefield will 100% replicate the strength of the Lord players' heroes and arms. Exiting the virtual battlefield after death will not affect the main body until the end of the event. 2. The hegemony of nations is a war between countries, and the Lord players of each country are a whole. A multinational fortress will be refreshed at the border of each country. After occupying the fortress, you will get a teleportation array to teleport to the neighboring country. During the hegemony period, special buildings will be randomly refreshed in each country area according to the characteristics of each country. Special buildings contain a large number of resource points and various props rewards, which can only be collected after occupation. 3. The hegemony of nations lasts for 1 month, and the first 5 days are preparation time. After the Lord players of each country choose the heroes and arms to participate in the hegemony, they can reach the designated location. After 5 days, the multinational fortress will be refreshed. Heroes and arms are virtualized, and the battlefield of the hegemony of nations is opened. Please prepare in advance for the Lord players of each country. 4. The hegemony of nations will set up reward and punishment rules. After the world hegemony event ends, the victorious country will receive 50% of the resources output of the defeated country within 1 month. Judgment method. Occupy all special buildings refreshed by the country or surrender voluntarily. The punishment of the defeated country is supervised and enforced by the system. There are 4 rules in total. As for the Blue Star, there are only more than 100 countries in total. Why is it called World Hegemony? This is just the first stage, just to give the Blue Star Lord players an adaptation stage, after the Blue Star is integrated with the game. As for why virtualization? After all, it is still the early stage of the Universal Lord, and it is not easy for the Lord players of various countries to train some arms. You can't really let the Lord players of Blue Star go back to the pre-liberation period overnight. There will be a virtualization setting for the World Hegemony event in the early stage of the Universal Lord. Your heroes and arms will not really die even if they are killed during the World Hegemony. They will only disappear for a period of time. When the World Hegemony event ends, they will be resurrected again. Otherwise, after a round of bloodbath, wouldn't the defeated country be ruined? This setting is more considerate of the Lord players of Blue Star. However, after Blue Star is integrated with the game, this setting will disappear, and then it will be the real hegemony of all nations. Then there are the special buildings with national characteristics refreshed in each country's area. These special buildings are the catalysts that stimulate the hegemony of each country. After these special buildings are occupied, a large number of resources and props can be obtained. Of course, it is not a one-time reward, but needs to be collected. Of course, after occupying special buildings, it is also necessary to defend. If it is attacked by other countries, then it is the way to judge whether a country wins or loses. It is necessary to occupy all the special buildings of the country or the country surrenders voluntarily, and it will be judged as a failure, and the defeated country must pay some price. The defeated country needs to hand over half of the collected resources to the victorious country within the next month. Don't want to hand it over? Sorry, unless you don't collect or get resources. Do you really think that the system's mandatory execution is a decoration? As for how to distribute this 50% of the spoils, it is the personal contribution percentage of the lord of the victorious country. The higher the contribution ratio, the more spoils you will get. Zhu Zhao remembered that in his previous life, Xiao won the second place in the first World Hegemony event. Of course, World Hegemony is a war between countries. The lords of each country are a whole. As for how to fight, it must be negotiated by the lords in the country, which country to attack, where. To deploy troops, which multinational fortress to attack, which special buildings to occupy, etc. And only the representatives of the major forces of each country can make decisions, and if you want to win, you must not fight alone, you must unite the front. The rewards for world hegemony are quite generous. Every time the first place in world hegemony, all the lord players of that country are equivalent to getting a chance for rapid development, lay a good foundation for the takeoff in the next few years. As for the defeated country, one step behind, step by step behind. Zhu Zhao's goal in this life is to make Xia the first place, not just to get the first place. Under the premise that it does not affect Xiaoguo's first place, he also plans to do something. After all, the rewards of the national war are distributed according to the contribution percentage. With the memory of 5 years in the previous life, Zhu Zhao has many ways to increase his contribution percentage. The resources that can be obtained by then will be enough for him to take off. This time, he must meet with the representatives of the major lords of Xiaoguo. Well, I'd better switch to Beiji's panel at that time. It's better to be careful. Only when Blue Star merges with the game, I don't have to be mysterious anymore. Alas, the weakness of reality is the original sin. Zhu Zhao read the rules of the event and found that it was no different from the previous life, so he was relieved. Unlike Zhu Zhao, other players in the whole server were excited after reading the rules of the event. The World Chat channel, which was originally lively because of the discussion of the World Boss ranking rewards, is now even more lively. The Battle of Nations, the name is quite domineering. But how many countries are there in Blue Star? It's just all these empty words. What do you care what the name is? I just know that this time we ordinary players can also participate. Seller, this event is the time to prove the strength of our Eagle Sauce country. Our Eagle Sauce country is the overlord of Blue Star. Ashiba, our Korean country is the first in the universe. Our Korean country is invincible. Little Koreans upstairs, do you only remember to eat and not to fight? Forgot the World Boss event that just ended? It seems that the lesson that Tianpeng boss taught you is not deep enough. Asiba, shut up. We were careless back then, and this event is the time for us to take revenge. All the lords of the Korean country, follow me to rush into the territory of Xia, find Tianpeng's territory, and make him pay the price. Agree, count me in. Count me in, too. Korean lords upstairs, are you crazy? Didn't you read the introduction carefully? Don't you know that the 10,000 nations battle is a virtual battlefield? No matter what, we Koreans will rush into the Xia area as soon as possible, and we will definitely make you pay the price. Yes, rush into the Xia area. Chapter 87 Inviting Tianpeng to Cooperate. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It is different from the excitement of ordinary lord players. The representatives of the major powers from various countries were extremely nervous and serious. They know some inside information, although I don't know what impact the struggle for hegemony among nations will have. Wars between nations are not simple. Writing this, I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. They can't help but take it seriously, especially the punishment mechanism is even more terrifying. It involves the lord players of the entire country. If the war is defeated, half of the resources will be handed over to the victorious country within the next month. No country can afford such losses. In the Western continent, after Arthur read the rules of the event, a joyful light flashed in his pupils. When all nations compete for hegemony, with the strength of our Yingjiang nation and those younger brothers, we can definitely get the first place. The moment for our Yingjiang nation to take off is finally coming, but when he thought of this, the joy in Arthur's eyes disappeared and he was filled with fear. It's just that the canopy in Xia Kingdom is a bit difficult to deal with. With just one person's strength, he can actually turn Bangzi Kingdom upside down. Although Arthur has never fought against Canopy, but judging from Canopy's various performances, Arthur has regarded him as his biggest competitor, that can be described as a thorn in the side and a thorn in the flesh. Fake, we must find a way to get the Canopy, otherwise this world war for hegemony will be difficult to win. Then he looked at his men and ordered. Inform the representatives of the major forces in Yingjiang country that I will convene a pre-war council and notify them to come over. Several lords of Yingjiang country did not dare to neglect after hearing this and took action one after another. After Xiaogua, Lei Zhenzi and others saw the rules of the event, they all went offline. In the real world, when Lei Zhenzi and others came to the conference room of the villa, there were already many people waiting inside. After Lei Zhenzi and others found their seats and sat down, the meeting began. On the big screen in front of the conference table, the rules of the World Hegemony event were projected. And a person from the staff began to analyze it one by one for everyone. This is the only intelligence that can be analyzed. This event is very important to all countries, so we must go all out. Our staff department has given several plans. It is up to you to decide how to arrange the next steps. Mr. Wang took a sip of tea and looked at everyone. What do you think about this? Then Mr. Wang's eyes moved and finally landed on the military representatives, namely Lei Zhenzi and the others. Lei Zhenzi and others looked at each other. Boss, you are the final decision maker, look at what we do, but since you are asking yourself, don't dare to neglect it. Lei Zhenzi stood up. The general staff missed one thing, the Lord Tianpeng. I think we can contact Tianpeng first. His strength can play a big role in the struggle for hegemony among nations. As soon as these words came out, they attracted the attention of everyone present. Everyone looked at Lei Zhenzi, waiting for his next words. Mr. Wang spoke calmly. Lei Zhenzi, please continue. Lei Zhenzi nodded after hearing this and continued. According to the information currently available, Tianpeng is the most powerful lord among all the lords. He is also one of the lords of our Xia kingdom. This is a good opportunity for our entire Xia kingdom. Pause for a moment. Besides, I believe that Tianpeng will not miss this event. He has always been alone, and I am afraid that he will fight separately from us. My opinion is that it is better to try to contact Tianpeng and see if we can work together. Won this event. The most important thing is that Tianpeng is also a member of the Xia kingdom. This event is a war between countries. We will both suffer losses and prosper. He definitely does not want the Xia kingdom to become a defeated country. At this time, everyone present also understood what Lei Zhenzi meant. For Xiaogua, Tianpeng is definitely an anomaly because he rarely shows up, but judging from his ability to overthrow the Bangzi kingdom with his own strength, he is definitely one of the strongest lords. Such strength is definitely a boon to the entire Xia kingdom. If we can get Tianpeng to work together, then this time the battle for hegemony among the nations will definitely be more effective with half the effort. Other representatives of the military forces naturally support Lei Zhenzi. The third Holy Mother also stood up. I agree with Lei Zhenzi. There are still a few days before the official start of the World War for hegemony. We must hurry up. Representatives of other forces also agreed with this opinion. After all, the struggle for hegemony among nations is crucial. As long as they can win, the benefits they will gain are unimaginable. Therefore, as long as the opinions are beneficial to the activities, they cannot oppose them. But then Lei Zhenzi spoke again. Since everyone has no opinions, there is another problem. We cannot contact Tianpeng directly. I tried various methods, but I can't add friends, send messages and won't reply, and I can't find his territory. I can't contact him directly. How to talk about cooperation? Although he said this, Lei Zhenzi looked at an old man. After listening to Lei Zhen's words, everyone looked at the old man in unison. This old man is naturally the patriarch of the Meng family. The head of the Meng family also smiled bitterly when he saw everyone's gazes. Now the pressure is on myself. If you can convince Tianpeng to cooperate, everything will be fine. If you can't convince him, then his family will become a sinner. Everyone, don't look at me like that. You know what's going on. I'll go back and let Meng Han contact me. See if I can invite Tianpeng to discuss with her boyfriend. Lei Zhenzi stopped talking when he saw that his goal was achieved, and Wang Lao made the final summary. In addition, you also need to contact other families and forces in Xia country, no matter how big or small. This is a game between countries. If you want to win, you must gather the strength of the entire country. Everyone nodded. The start of the 10,000 Nations Hegemony event. It's not just Xia country and Yingjiang country that have started to take action. It should be said that all countries in the world have taken action. As Wang Lao said, this is a game between countries. If you want to win, you must gather the strength of the entire country. If you can't even do this, then what's the point of talking about victory? As for why not unite those brother countries? In the game between countries, where are the brothers? They are just communities of interests, of course. The hellos that should be made in advance must be made. As for the direction of the war in the end, the decision can only be made according to the actual situation. Just when the representatives of the major forces of various countries were preparing for the event, Zhu Zhao, a loner, was much more free. After all, from the launch of the All-People Lords to the present, Zhu Zhao has been developing alone, and Tianpeng's panel has not been shown. To outsiders, only Beiji's panel has been exposed, and there is only one friend of Beiji's panel, that is Meng Han. There are still a few days to prepare for the World Hegemony event. It is just the right time to sell all the military templates obtained during this period. It will definitely sell for a high price, and it can also enhance the strength of the Xia Kingdom area. After several months of development, the major forces of Xia Kingdom no longer lack basic resources. What they lack is the time acceleration card. The only restrictions on their development are the military rank and recruitment time. They can only recruit more military forces at the same time by building more barracks. Chapter 88. Everyone is going to share the cake. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this time, Zhu Zhao was bored in the territory and opened the ranking list of this event. A total of 2 rankings are open this time. Ranking list of the Conflict of Nations. First place, none. Second place, none. Third place, none. Xiagua District's personal contribution list. First place, none. Second place, none. Third place, none. The ranking list of the Battle of Nations ranks the rankings of each country. It is mainly calculated based on the special buildings occupied and the land area captured. As for the individual contribution list, it is based on the ranking of individuals in their own country. It is mainly calculated based on the contribution of each lord to his country when participating in the struggle for hegemony among nations. This ranking is directly related to the proportion of resource allocation provided by the defeated country. This is also the ranking list that Zhu Zhao values most. This can be related to how high you can take off after the event. Next, there is a wave of auctions. There are time accelerator cards and troop templates that you don't need. Try to explode a small wave of soldiers before the World Hegemony event officially starts. At this time, the friend message prompt on the Beiji panel sounded. There is news from Meng Han. What's going on? Husband, Grandpa just contacted me and asked me to ask you if you can discuss it with Mr. Tianpeng and contact the Xia Kingdom's military to discuss the important matter of the world struggle for hegemony. Seeing this message from Meng Han, Zhu Zhao smiled slightly. It seems that the Xia Kingdom's military has also thought of themselves, and they have this plan. Representatives of all the major forces will be there by then, and it will be a good time to hold a small auction. My brother has more important things to do. The matter of the struggle for hegemony among the nations has been left to me. It just so happens that I also need to contact the military representatives. That's great, hubby. Well, please ask the Xia State military representative to add me as a friend. In Xiagua District, several people in Lei Jinzi's territory are waiting anxiously. Suddenly Lei Jinzi's friend panel dinged, and he clicked on the message to check it out. It was the message from Meng Han, asking him to add ID Beiji as a friend. Lei Jinzi was overjoyed. It's done. San Xingsheng and others were also ecstatic when they heard what Lei Jinzi said. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and apply for Big Canopy to be your friend again. Lei Jinzi was speechless. Please wait until I finish. It's not the big man from Tianpeng, but his brother. The Meng family said that Tianpeng has other important matters. Meng Han's boyfriend will be the sole agent for this event. After saying that, Lei Jinzi pulled up the friends panel and added ID Beiji as a friend. Soon, the friend addition was approved. In order to facilitate chatting, Lei Jinzi also turned on the voice chat mode with Beiji. Hello, I am Lei Jinzi, the military representative of the Xia Kingdom. And Zhu Zhao didn't waste much time using the Beiji panel. Hello, I am the representative of Tianpeng. In this case, I will go to your territory tomorrow to discuss the activities. You also summon representatives of other forces. That's it, hang up first. After speaking, Zhu Zhao hung up the voice chat. Lei Jinzi was also stunned when he saw the voice that was hung up. What the hell, just said one sentence. Are you just going to hang up on me? Does it sound good to say that you act like a fox and pretend to be a tiger, or do you mean that you rely on the power of others? Isn't he just a big shot on the list? It's okay for me to fuck you. At this moment Lemon Spirit Lei Jinzi is online. Several Xia Kingdom lords nearby looked at Lei Jinzi and froze in place after saying a word, that one is so anxious. San Xingxing walked and waved her hand in front of his eyes. Speak, what's going on? Does Mr. Tianpeng disagree? Are you stunned here? Only then did Lei Jinzi come to his senses. Damn, it's so outrageous. You just said one sentence and you hung up on my voice. The three holy mothers looked at each other. Were they stimulated? What did you say? He said that he was plenipotentiary on behalf of Tianpeng and asked me to summon representatives from other forces to come to the territory tomorrow for a direct interview. Then he hung up on me directly. Do you think he looks down on me? The three holy mothers and others thought Tianpeng disagreed, but that was it. TCH, this shows that he does things neatly and goes straight to the point. If you think that if everyone talks nonsense like you, their word count will be low. Gutta saves his life. After saying that, several people shouted at Lei Jinzi at the same time and went about their business. Lei Jinzi was left alone, still aggrieved in the Lord's Hall. At the same time, representatives of the major forces in Xia Kingdom also received notification. The ones that are closer are easier to say. Those who were far away hurriedly set off after receiving the news, heading straight for Lei Jinzi's territory. They couldn't help but be in a hurry, as this meeting was likely to be related to the division of the cake after the event. If I can't make it to the meeting, it would be nice to have some soup. Fortunately, there are many forces occupying the fortress now, for the upcoming Hegemony of All Nations event. Even if both sides were a little reluctant to deal with it, they both released their transmission rights. Moreover, during the Conflict of Nations event, the marching speed can be increased 10 times, otherwise, those who are further away will really not be able to catch up. The next day, Zhu Zhao switched to the Beiji panel. Bring all the troop templates and time acceleration cards. Riding Louise, we embarked on the road to Fortress No. 1 in the Kunlun Mountains. As mentioned before, this event is a war between countries. Even if Zhu Zhao really has the strength to challenge a country alone, the strength of one person is limited after all. Moreover, this time his target is not just a certain country. It is not easy to complete his plan, so he needs to seek cooperation, and the Xia country military is the best partner, especially in Xia country. The military is not like other big forces, with so many tricks. Zhu Zhao rode Louise from the No. 1 fortress in the Kunlun Mountains to the fortress closest to Lei Jinzi's territory, and then headed north, heading towards Lei Jinzi's territory. During the event, the tenfold marching speed is still very good. At this moment, many representatives of big forces have gathered in Lei Jinzi's territory. Each of them is a big boss in the Xia country area among the universal lords. In the real world, he is also a stomping foot, making people tremble, but at this time they all gathered in Lei Jinzi's territory, and they have only two purposes for this trip. The first is to discuss the 10,000 Nations Hegemony event, fight for your own piece of cake. The second is to meet the representative of Tianpeng, see if you can make friends with him. Everyone present is smart and knows the importance of Tianpeng. It's just a pity that they didn't see him when they arrived. Captain Lei, will the representative of Tianpeng really come? Suddenly, a middle-aged man spoke, attracting the attention of everyone present. His game name is Dugabubi, and he is also one of the representatives of several major families in Xia. As soon as the voice fell, the representatives of other major forces also looked at Lei Jinzi. They also care about this issue. The 10,000 Nations Hegemony event is very important, and the role that Tianpeng can play in it is self-evident. Lei Jinzi heard this and his expression was firm. Everyone, this is what Beiji, the representative of Tianpeng, said to me personally. I am a soldier and I disdain to lie, let alone joke about this matter. Everyone was relieved when they heard this. Everyone knows that the Xia army will keep their promises and will not lie. As long as Beiji doesn't let everyone down, he will definitely come. Besides, as the representative of Tianpeng, Beiji should not do anything that harms others and benefits himself. Chapter 89, Fishing requires bait, let alone fishing for people. You are listening at novelfull.audio. While everyone was discussing, suddenly a loud roar of dragons came from above Lei Jinzi's territory. writing this, I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. The expressions of everyone in the territory changed slightly. Where did the dragon come from? But Lei Jinzi reacted faster. This should be the arrival of Beiji, the representative of Tianpeng. Now only Tianpeng has the top-level dragon troops, go out and have a look. After speaking, he quickly walked towards the door of the Lord's Hall. This attentive look left everyone speechless for a while, especially the three holy mothers and other members of the military. Yesterday you were still mumbling about how someone had hung up on you. Why are you so attentive today? Can you be more steady? Is this still the same Lei Jinzi with thick eyebrows and big eyes? Although he said this, everyone still followed him out. Everyone also wants to meet the representatives of Tianpeng. Soon everyone arrived outside the Lord's Hall. Looking up, he saw a huge thing falling from the sky. That's a black dragon. At this moment, Zhu Zhao had arrived over Lei Jinzi's territory. It seems that things have been going well in the past few months. The scale of this territory is already very large, and it is much higher than the level of my own territory. He is worthy of being a representative of the Chinese military. He is arrogant. Below, many lords had gathered in front of the Lord Hall, looking up at him. This surprised Zhu Zhao. It was said that Tianpeng was not here in person, but Beiji's plenipotentiary representative. Is my identity as Beiji also so popular? My damn charm has nowhere to go. Zhu Zhao was a little complacent. Louise folded her wings slowly, falling from the sky. It finally landed on the open space in Lei Jinzi's territory, with an overwhelming momentum. Many mid-level soldiers in the territory felt the power of the dragon on Louise and all bowed their heads. Some low-level soldiers were so frightened that they crawled to the ground. This is the pressure of high-level arms on low-level arms. What's more, Louise is a dragon and a hero among the dragons, so her pressure is even more obvious. Zhu Zhao didn't pay much attention. He still had to show off his muscles. He got off Louise's back and walked toward Lei Jinzi and others, and Lei Jinzi and others did not dare to neglect, and came forward one after another. Are you the representative of Big Brother Tianpeng, Beiji? Zhu Zhao nodded. Yes, it's me. Others also came forward to say hello, at least to become familiar with each other. Hello Beiji, I am Dugu Bubi. Hello Beiji, I am. Seeing that everyone was introducing themselves one by one, Zhu Zhao felt helpless. Everyone, I'll introduce you later. Shall we talk about the World Hegemony event first? This is probably the main purpose of your coming today. When Zhu Zhao said this, those lords who wanted to look familiar felt a little embarrassed. After all, they are all people who care about face. If it weren't for the fact that this game is too important, in reality, who would pay attention to you, a pretty boy? But they are all big people who have experienced big storms. It is of course just a trivial matter to resolve this embarrassing situation. Lei Jinzi tried to smooth things over in his haste. Yes, everyone, I didn't think it through well. Please come in and discuss the important matters. After speaking, Lei Jinzi personally led Zhu Zhao the way. Zhu Zhao was not polite and looked at Lei Jinzi as he walked. I was just an ordinary player in my previous life, and I had never had close contact with these big guys. As expected of a soldier, he walks with the pace of a dragon and a tiger. Soon, they arrived at the Lord's Hall and everyone took their seats. For the sake of Mr. Tianpeng, Zhu Zhao was naturally invited to the first place. This was originally Lei Jinzi's position, but now Lei Jinzi has taken a back seat. After everyone sat down, Lei Jinzi ordered people to serve tea. Don't ask me why the game has tea. As the owner of this place, Lei Jinzi naturally spoke first. Since you have the full authority to represent Big Brother Tianpeng, please tell everyone what Big Brother Tianpeng means. Other lords also echoed. Yes, did Mr. Canopy say how we can cooperate? Did Mr. Tianpeng say that this time when all nations compete for hegemony, how should we, the Xia Kingdom, fight? After everyone finished speaking, they found that Zhu Zhao had not spoken, and they all looked at him. Zhu Zhao slowly began to answer everyone's questions one by one. While talking, everyone was also discussing. Finally, we come to the most critical issue, how to fight this battle. In the end, Zhu Zhao said calmly. Have you all read the rules of the national war? According to Tianpeng's plan, within 25 days of fighting, as long as we act fast enough, we should be able to conquer most countries. Hiss. As soon as these words came out, all the lords present took a deep breath. So crazy. We just thought it would be good to win a few countries. Does this mean most countries? Does Tianpeng really have this strength, or is he arrogant and ignorant? Dugu Bubi's brows furrowed, and his words were somewhat probing. Being able to defeat most countries is definitely a good thing for our Xia kingdom. But, do we really have this strength? Or is it Big Brother Tianpeng? After hearing this, everyone looked at Zhu Zhao, waiting for his next words. Zhu Zhao didn't care about the other party's probing. This group of smart people would definitely not miss any benefits, but once they fail. Tianpeng boss has already told me, as long as you listen to my arrangements, you will definitely be able to do it. Well, Zhu Zhao said this not because he was arrogant. In fact, it was a matter of time difference and cognition. This is the first time that the World Hegemony event is launched. What does the first time mean? The first time means that among all the lords, except Zhu Zhao, no one has participated in the World Hegemony. They can only infer useful information from the simple introduction of the rules. In the past 5 years, Zhu Zhao didn't know how many times he had participated in this event. This is one of the reasons why Zhu Zhao dared to make such a bold statement, knowing the specific gameplay of the event. Plus his own strength and layout. If he still can't conquer most of the countries, Zhu Zhao himself will be embarrassed. Now all the major forces of Xia country are gathered here. If you want to complete the plan, you definitely need their help. Of course, the benefits that should be given should still be given. You need to put some bait when fishing, right? Hearing this, the representatives of the major forces present all had complicated expressions. They were a little confused when they heard Zhu Zhao's bold words. What Zhu Zhao just said, to put it nicely, is called confidence. To put it bluntly, is arrogant. Is he really capable, or is he just bragging? Those who can sit here will not become excited because of a certain sentence. They have experienced too many things, and if there is no benefit, it will be useless even if you draw a big pie. At this moment, everyone began to ask questions one after another and began to test. Zhu Zhao naturally knew what these people meant. It's nothing more than doubting his own ability. Zhu Zhao didn't mind revealing some. After all, these were all told by Tianpeng, and it had nothing to do with my Beiji. If you have the ability, go find Tianpeng. But to say 1,000, these people are the ones who don't see the rabbit and don't release the eagle. It's time to put some bait. When the situation finally reached a stalemate, Zhu Zhao patted the table and coughed lightly. Everyone, I forgot something just now. Before I came here, Boss Tianpeng had some instructions. Everyone. Chapter 90. If you want to catch big fish, you still have to make a nest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Everyone was speechless. You dare to forget what Tianpeng said. You did it on purpose. Looking at the people looking at him, Zhu Zhao chuckled. Well, Tianpeng also gave me some military templates and time acceleration cards, and asked me to hold an internal auction as a benefit for everyone. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. Everyone was ecstatic when they heard this, because these two things were what they needed most. How many military templates are there, and what rank are they? Yeah, are there any top-level ones? Zhu Zhao looked at the person who asked if there were any top-level military types in a daze. It turned out to be Lei Zhenzi. You are not dreaming. I don't even have enough top-level military types. Would I be stupid enough to sell them? Lei Zhenzi may have realized that the question he asked just now was a bit stupid. Don't mind me, I'm just livening up the atmosphere a little bit. Yeah, that's right, liven up the atmosphere for everyone. Everyone, with army templates and time acceleration cards for sale, the atmosphere is already lively enough. Why do you need to liven it up? Zhu Zhao didn't hesitate. Don't even think about the top level. Tianpeng boss himself doesn't have enough. But there are 2 high-level army templates, and the rest are all mid-level army. Everyone was ecstatic when they heard that there were 2 high-level templates. So far, among all the lords of the people, only Tianpeng and Mengjia have high-level and above army templates. The high-level army templates of Mengjia were also obtained from Tianpeng boss by the helper in front of him. Now 2 high-level army templates were actually taken out. How could everyone not be surprised? As long as they can take a picture of a high-level army template, after recruiting, won't it take off? At this time, everyone began to contact the forces behind them to see how many basic resources they could prepare. At the same time, they also began to whisper and test each other, see if the other party has any intention and how much they can offer. Old Zhang, does your Zhang family have any intention to bid for high-level arms? Our Zhang family cannot compete with your Li family. We don't have that strength. I won't participate in high-level ones. But we can bid for a few mid-level ones. Our Zhang family doesn't have that strength either. How about we unite our front and lower the price for him? Okay, don't worry then. Looking at the people whispering, Zhu Zhao smiled and clapped his hands gently. Okay, everyone, Tianpeng boss said before that only those who agree with his plan can participate in this auction. After all, those who participate in his plan are also considered his own people. We should take care of them more, right? That everyone stopped talking and started thinking, and Zhu Zhao was not in a hurry. He sat down and slowly tasted the tea, giving them enough time to consider. If this bait is not enough, then we need to make a nest. Well, this tea is really good. The tea is mellow and sweet, warm in the mouth, and the fragrance lingers on the lips and teeth after drinking, which is intoxicating. Ask Lei Jinzi for some before leaving. Everyone pondered for a long time, and discussed for a while, and then recommended Lei Jinzi as a representative to continue the discussion. I'm arrogant, call you brother, do you think it's okay? Zhu Zhao put down the teacup and nodded. Of course. Lei Jinzi continued to speak. Brother, we also know that Tianpeng boss auctioned these arms at this time, which must be to improve the strength of our Xia country. But Tianpeng boss's plan is a bit too radical, right? Should we be a little conservative? Zhu Zhao was speechless. I'm already conservative enough. If I were a little more radical, I would say that all countries would be taken down. It seems that this bait is not enough, and no big fish can be caught. These people's appetite is really big, but on second thought, it is indeed right, although I am confident that this activity can achieve the set goals, but after all, it is a matter of great importance, and without sufficient benefits, these people dare not take such a big risk. If there is not enough bait, then make a nest. I don't believe your appetite can be so big. Zhu Zhao slowly got up and stood up, smiling at everyone. Everyone, these arms are just an appetizer, and Tianpeng boss has something else to say. Everyone, can you finish all your words at once? Don't breathe so hard, it's a wet. Tianpeng boss also said that anyone who supports his plan can continue to participate in the auction of fortress management rights after the auction of the arms template. Currently, Tianpeng boss has 20 fortress management rights to be auctioned. The fortress management rights are the bait Zhu Zhao uses to make nests. As soon as these words came out, it was like a thunderbolt in the clear sky, exploding in everyone's heart. Everyone was in disbelief, and Lei Jinzi was shocked. Brother, I seem to have hallucinations just now. Do you mean the fortress management rights? Or 20 fortresses? Zhu Zhao looked at the incredulous people, and then nodded with satisfaction. Yes, Boss Tianpeng said that anyone who supports his plan can not only participate in the auction of military templates, but he will also auction the management rights of 20 fortresses. After all, if they are his own people, it is not too much to take care of them, right? After being sure that there were really 20 fortress management rights auctioned, everyone no longer cared about the nominated Lei Jinzi. Support, my Zhang family is the first to support it. Boss Tianpeng said that he can take over most countries, so he can definitely do it. Yes, my Li family also supports it. Those who don't support it can leave now. Don't delay us from discussing the next strategy. Zhu Zhao was very satisfied when he saw this situation. As expected, fishing requires baiting. Don't blame everyone for being so excited, that's the right to operate the fortress. A real treasure pot. Don't look at the fact that some people have the strength to occupy the fortress now, and many of them have already occupied 1 or 2 fortresses. It's because they have already occupied it that they are even crazier, because they know how much benefit a fortress can bring to them, and those who have not occupied a fortress have more or less heard about the benefits that a fortress can bring. In the face of such great benefits, it is worth taking any risk. Besides, since Tianpeng boss dared to propose it, he must have made sufficient preparations. Well, it must be supported. Lei Jinzi slapped the table at this time. Be quiet for a moment, after all, you are all well-known figures. As for whether to support the plan of Tianpeng, please vote. Those who don't support, please raise your hands. As soon as the voice fell, 2 hands were raised, but they quickly reacted and put them down again, and everyone looked at the 2 people in unison. I'm sorry, I was too excited and didn't react. I thought it was the hands that agreed. I raised my hand because I saw Lao Zhang raise his hand. I heard it wrong. Bullshit, it was obviously you who raised it first. I heard it wrong and followed you. Everyone, seeing that no one raised their hands, Lei Junzi rubbed his hands embarrassedly. Brother, everyone agrees with the plan of Tianpeng. Those military templates and fortresses, how do you want to auction them? Zhu Zhao looked at this scene with some amusement. Sure enough, a group of old-timers, who didn't see the rabbit, didn't throw the eagle. As for why Zhu Zhao put the operating rights of the fortress up for auction. First, Zhu Zhao does not have enough manpower, and heroes cannot be wasted on operating fortresses, and they are not logistics heroes. Second, Zhu Zhao is only auctioning the operating rights, not the fortresses, the two are different in nature. Third, it is just right to cash in a large wave of basic resources in advance, and return to explode a wave of troops. As for why the Meng family is not allowed to help with the operation. They are not that strong, and they are afraid of being overstuffed.